All right, hello. It's been a little while since I've done a video. My son and I actually went on probably one of the most fun rides I've been on ever this morning because it was nice and muddy and nobody's outside because it's apparently the apocalypse. I thought today I would do a little bit of an explanation about different sizes of wheels and some sprockets because I've got a whole collection now and I thought this could be helpful for somebody. First off, I thought I'd showcase the original front wheel, which one of my bikes still has. It's got the original wheel and the original spec'd tire. It's a 7119 made by CST. It's not particularly great. I would say for my kid, actually, he doesn't really have any problems with it, but I did when I rode it. Maybe it's because I'm a bit bigger, but ultimately, you know, if you can replace that eventually, which you will if you ride the bike, it's worth doing. Next up, we've got a 21-inch wheel. As I've discussed in previous videos, this one was built by Josh Knoll at Wicked Wheel Works. It's running a 7121 tire and a Dunlop at that. And this particular K990 is, well, it's been fantastic off-road. On-road, it's actually not bad, I think, because there's not a whole lot of weight on the front of the bike. But overall, definitely would recommend this 21-inch upgrade for most people. To compare it, it definitely, you have a lot more confidence up front. Steering is, for me, easier. For a taller guy, it was a lot more comfortable, and I had a lot more confidence going downhill. Uphill doesn't seem to make that much difference, and overall it didn't really seem to change the sporty quickness of the steering of the bike. It just made it a little bit safer. The smaller bike is running a 3.5 inch by 19 trail tire. It's a Shinko 241, and it's actually pretty sweet. However, in order to clear the chain, you do have to do a bit of trimming. And the previous owner of this bike had already done most of that trimming, and it already had this big giant tire on it. I just ended up trimming it a little further to make it even safer since my kid usually rides this bike. And overall, it's actually really nice. It's comfortable, it grips, and I got no real complaints. I liked it so much, in fact, that I put the same tire just in a 2.75 inch on my bike. And it looks a lot weenier compared to his, but really the bike doesn't have enough power to warrant the bigger tire, and I'd prefer the lighter weight and not having to trim. Now, you might say that for, say, a motocross track, maybe this wouldn't do the trick, although I've actually been very surprised at what it can do on the trails. However, I've got this guy ready to go, ready to swap on for the rear anytime I need to head out. And this is a 7100 by 19 Protrax. It had decent reviews. I haven't actually tried it yet, and I'm going to try to reserve it for when I need it, because I found that knobbies really wore out quickly on the street, and I do hit the street a little bit in between trails. Now, in case I do want to swap on a 19 in the front, I've got that ready to go. I doubt I really will need to. Got the Super Moto set ready to swap on at any time, and that's really sweet when you're just want to play around and not make a big old mess in the dirt. These are 17-inch wheels, though. Definitely not going to be great for off-road, but super fun. Those come with a 42-tooth sprocket, and a lot of people are fine with that, but I really prefer a little bit more aggressive acceleration. So I do have a 48-tooth on here, and those are easy to come by because that's the stock sprocket on the normal bike. As I mentioned, though, I'm not running a stock sprocket. I'm running a 54-tooth from Luna, and I find it makes the acceleration just that much more perfect, and doesn't really sacrifice much top speed, or I don't really care because I don't go those speeds. The other bike has the 58 tooth, which is a little bit more aggressive, but with the taller tire, I think it balances out. Overall, I think it feels amazing.